Division, Bryophyta. Bryophyta are plants with absent vascular system, gametophyte dominant, sporophyte attached to gametophyte and are homosporous. The first plant to colonize land were the bryophytes. They are generally thought to have evolved from green algae. Habitat. The bryophytes are poorly adapted to live on land, and are mainly confined to damp, shady places. Body organization. These plants are devoid of specialized, conducting tissues, xylem and phloem, and also lack strengthening tissues. Only the process of diffusion and osmosis helps in the transportation of water and minerals as well as, in transportation of prepared food and other substances. The plant body is with a proper cuticle, or has a very thin one. The water is absorbed by the general surface of the plant. The bryophytes are said to be the amphibians of the plant world, because they can't live away from water. They need water for reproduction. The bryophytes are non-vascular, flowerless plants. These plants have a dominant, independent, free-living, gametophyte. This may be thyloid, as in many liverworts, or is differentiated into structures resembling to stem, leaves and absorbing and anchoring organs rhizoids, as in mosses and some liverworts. Germination. The gametophyte produces a sporophyte, which is a less conspicuous generation, partially or totally dependent upon gametophyte for its nutrition. The sporophyte generally consists of foot, seta, and capsule. The sporophyte is diploid 2N, which produces, in sporangia, one kind of haploid spores, that is, it is homosporous by meiosis. The spores germinate and give rise to gametophyte, which is also haploid. Reproductive body. Multicellular male and female sex organs, i.e. Antheridia and Archegonia, respectively, are born on gametophyte either on same, or different plants. These sex organs are multicellular, and protected by a sterile covering of cells. Gametes production. Gametes are produced by mitosis. Male gametes produced, within Antheridia, are called antherozoids. Antherozoids are motile and are always produced in large number. Female gametes, formed within Archegonia, are termed as eggs. A single egg is formed in each archegonium. Fertilization. Fertilization takes place in water. Antherozoids are attracted towards archegonia, chemotectically. A single antherozoid fuses with an egg, thus accomplishing fertilization, which results in the formation of the diploid zygote. The zygote is retained within the female sex organ for some time. After a resting period, the zygote develops through meiotic divisions into a diploid embryo. The embryo ultimately develops into a sporophyte, which is also diploid. The entire development of sporophyte thus take place within the gametophyte of plant body. Even when the sporophyte is fully developed, it remains attached to the gametophyte for nourishment and protection, because it does not contain chloroplasts and is unable to perform photosynthesis. Alternation of generations. There is an alternation of generations in the life cycle of bryophytes, that is, multicellular haploid gametophytic generation alternates with the multicellular diploid sporophytic generation. These plants show heteromorphic alternation of generations. Gametophytic generation alternates with sporophytic generation, and sporophytic generation produces gametophytic generation. Alternation of generations is very important phenomenon, which provides continuous genetic variabilities and selection for the best genetic makeup for survival and adaptation in the changing environments. Adaptation to land habit. In general, bryophytes developed following adaptive characters for terrestrial environment. Number 1. Formation of a compact multicellular plant body, which helped in the conservation of water by reducing cell surface area, exposed to dry land conditions. Presence of cuticle further reduces loss of water by evaporation. Number 2. Development of photosynthetic tissues into special chambers for the absorption of carbon dioxide without losing much water and exposure to light. Number 3. Formation of special structures like rhizoids for absorption of water and anchorage. Number 4. Heterogamy, production of two types of gametes, is evolved, forming non-motile egg-containing stored food and motile sperms. Number 5. Gametes are produced and protected by the special multicellular organs, Antheridia and Archegonia. Number 6. Multicellular embryo is formed which is retained and protected inside the female reproductive body during its development. Number 7. Alternation of spore-producing generation with gamete-producing generation enabled the plant to produce and test the best genetic combinations for adapting to the versatile conditions.